YouTube, what's going on? Jamal19, and I'm back with another Sparking Zero video, and I'm actually talking on this one. This video, I wanted to do a little breakdown, my thoughts, my review, my opinions on the game so far. It's been out for a little over 2 weeks by the time this video comes out. I'm in the process of moving, so I don't know when this video is actually going to come out, but I just wanted to give my thoughts and my opinions so far. So I got some pros, I got some cons, I got some changes that I'd like to see them make. But the first things first, let's just call it what it is for the OGs like myself. This is Tenkaichi 4, right? This is Budokai Tenkaichi 4, and it plays just like it. You know, the fight system is seamless. You know, I went back and I played Tenkaichi 1 and 3. I never really got a chance to play 2 that much, but 3 for sure got most of my playing time, as with everybody. That's why everybody was so excited for this game. But the controls are pretty much the same. There's some slight changes, which we'll get into later. But, you know, the movement, the free movement, the huge open areas, you know, that's definitely something that it was refreshing to come back to. You know, we kind of got it with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I felt like Kakarot was more of pushing the same buttons and you know, not really too much with combos and stuff. Not as detailed as this game. It was fun in its own right. Don't get me wrong with that. Amazing game, and still putting out content right now. But, you know, Tenkaichi, it just feels different, man. It's you know, it brought back some nostalgia, you know, just the way I used to fight and the way I used to do combos and things like that. So the fight system is buttery smooth. It feels like the old Tenkaichi games, and that's a plus. Another plus that I have right now, the what ifs. I love how the what ifs are part of the main story. So it's not like a separate menu that you have to go through. If you do, you know, you're playing along through the story, and you know, you kill an enemy fast, or you die from an enemy, or you lose to an enemy, it branches off. You know, it's not like a separate menu that you have to go to. So I really like that. And the what if stories are amazing. Goku's what if story is awesome. You know, in the Saiyan saga, Vegeta had a great what if as well. I believe it was with Trunks, or it may have been Trunks with Vegeta, but I can't remember right now. But you know, Gohan's what if story as well. He may have, I think his is the most popular at this point, you know, with Gohan Black. But you know, I love it. You know, I love it. And the main thing with me is it's not a separate menu. It's not that huge of a detail, but it's just it makes the story flow smoother for me. So I give that a plus. Now, as for the cons, the bad stuff, not really bad, but just little things that kind of bugged me and bugged a lot of people. Pertaining to the story mode, Vegeta's story is too short. It ends at the Buu Saga, when he has plenty more battles in Super. You know, and Gohan's story starts at Cell. I don't get that at all. I don't get that. Maybe they were trying to save space in terms of download. I don't know. They could have taken out like Goku Black story or Frieza story and give us those full fleshed out stories from Gohan and Vegeta. Gohan had plenty of battles prior to Cell. You know, he fought a little bit against Nappa and Vegeta. He played a very prominent role in the Namek saga. You know, very prominent role. And also the beginning of the Android saga. He didn't really have too many fights, but you know, he could have trained with Goku, and they could have did a time skip. I think starting at the Cell saga was not a good idea. My opinion. I would have loved, especially with Vegeta and ending at Buu, I would have loved to see that fleshed out a little bit more. The next thing I want to get into is talking about the actual fight system. Teleporting needs to be nerfed. I don't know, by the time this video comes out, maybe they already put out an update or something. I haven't really been paying too much attention because, again, I'm in the process of moving and stuff like that. But Teleporting is too much. I've seen way too many videos on Twitter of 30 seconds of people just teleporting behind each other and just continuing that cycle. It needs to be tied to a gauge where you have to hit melee attacks in order to build up that gauge, or it needs to be tied to your ki. You need to have a certain amount of ki, and when you use it, you use a whole block. So if you're fully charged up, you can teleport 5 times. If you don't have enough ki, because it makes you think about strategy. Like, okay, I don't want to go full out and use a bunch of Kamehamehas or Final Flashes or Special Beam Cannons, whatever, because I need to save this ki for teleporting, for defense. I think it balances it out a little bit more if it was tied to ki. I think it is tied to ki, but you only use a little bit of it. So those chains go on forever, and that's kind of annoying to me. So that's something I just wanted to see tweaked. Other than that, I don't have any real issues with the fighting system in this game. The controls, again, are buttery smooth. The defensive stuff I really like as well. If you time, a counter attack, it actually works. So I like stuff like that. And teleporting is a part of defense, so it should be in the game, but it just needs to be reworked a little bit. And then the last thing really that I have with the game, where are the maps? Where are the maps? Look at all these maps from Tenkaichi 3 that we don't have in the game here. Some of these need to be added to the game, and they need to be free. We shouldn't have to be paying for some of these maps, especially Kami's Lookout, Roshi's Island, West City, stuff like that. And we need a snow map. We need a snow map, whether it be the snow map from the Android 8 arc or episode or whatever, or if it's from the World's Greatest movie with Dr. Wheelo. We just need a snow map, or from the Android 13 movie, a snow map is needed. And I would love to be fighting on Planet Vegeta. I can't remember because I haven't opened the game in a while, but I don't remember if Beerus's planet is a playable map, but it should be. There's just a couple maps specifically from the older games that should have been in this game that are just staples of the game. So that's really all I had. I mean, the game I give it an 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10, really. The only other thing, this is kind of a nitpicky thing, is my preference. I think battle damage should be tied to your actual health, like it was in the previous games. I think if you're full health and you get hit by a Spirit Bomb or a Kamehameha or something, all of your clothes are destroyed. And I feel like it should be tied to the actual amount of damage that you've taken. That's just something, it's nitpicky. It's not that big of a deal. But, I mean, I love the game so far. Those are my only real pros and cons that I have. The maps really is the biggest thing. Just put the maps in the game, man. Put the maps in the game. And they need to be free. Free maps. Not $5 map packs, $10. They need to be free. How are you guys liking the game so far? I love it. I've been playing it a lot, collecting all the things, all the achievements and whatnot. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the game so far. What do you want to see changed or added or reworked? What are some things that you'd like to see done with the game?